I grew up not believing in God. My parents were atheists. They always taught me to believe in whatever I wanted to believe. But as a kid, you do what your parents do. And so, I just did what they did. Going through school was, basic, always got to travel, had, a great childhood and everything, but there was always something missing. School, junior high was hard. I got bullied. High school, got into, the wrong crowd, drinking and drugs and bad relationships, and trying to find that hole that I was missing of just emptiness. And I tried to put that in people or things, just trying to find something to fill that void. And so second semester, senior year, I met my husband, and he was my best friend. We did everything together. Graduated that May, got engaged that October. He went into the military in January. We got married in April. He came back home in June. So it happened very fast, but we were in love. It was later that year, my husband and my dad got in this really big argument and really big fight. Words and fist fights, and they were both drunk, and it was just really intense and horrible. But that moment is the key moment that I remember of just knowing there's more to life than this, and has to be something else out there. I was 21, and one day I just found myself driving to my aunt's house, and she was a believer and went to church, and I just wanted to know more, and I asked her about God, and just fell to my knees and just started crying. And I wanted to believe in God, and so I accepted Christ right there in the living room floor in tears, with her and my cousin. And I just truly amazed in knowing now, how much it meant for their prayers for me, to be saved, and how much it really did mean something. Then things started to change. My husband just argued all the time, and I started going to church a little bit. And then I started going to Genesis with them, and my husband came every once in a while. And the first time he came with me, I had scoliosis, and my back hurt all the time, taking medicine, physical therapy, just anything, always complaining about it. And so my aunt knew that, and so she asked to go up to the front and, pray. And so they prayed for me. And as we're leaving and getting into the car, my husband just turns and looks at me and says, "Don't you think that they healed you? Because tomorrow when your back doesn't hurt, that doesn't mean anything." And so I just kept to myself and just never brought it up again. But that day was the last day that my back ever hurt. Then, later in that year, he asked for a divorce, and it just came out of nowhere. Did not even see it coming. Things got, blown out of proportion and angry, and I moved out instantly and got all my stuff, and just not the way it should have been dealt with. I stayed with my aunt, and I wanted to be in that, church environment of needing to lean on God. I wasn't strong enough for it at all, and didn't know how I was going to go through it. And so through that, I built a relationship with God, and just truly, it changed my life. And it's amazing how society makes it so easy, and that really got under my skin because something's, what's supposed to be like so much, it just can be, in an instant taken away and like it didn't happen. And so, through that, my relationship with God just grew larger and larger, and understanding now what God, not being able to have children was a complete blessing, and because I wouldn't have wanted our child to go through that. And so we were married for 4 years and just divorced and 23 years old, and been through a lot. And just knowing that God was there and helped me, and being able to answer people's questions of how are you fine and how are you, still happy, and being able to deal with this and not be completely broken down. And I got to answer, every time of just saying, God gave me the strength. God, helped me through this. And it was just amazing. And him putting children in my life and my heart, being able to help out at a children's ministry in the city, sponsor a kid in Rwanda, and starting a new connect group for young adults. And if you would have asked me that even a year ago, I probably would have laughed at you. But it's definitely having God in my life, and just living the life that I know, that I'm here for, and to spread his word. It's just truly changed my life.